Guys, we're so annoyed. We meant to tell you this on Coffee Moaning this morning. Today is World Bipolar Day. Da 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 da.
We did a chat with the Bipolar UK charity, and it was a chat with Nick Pryor, who's a psychiatrist who also has bipolar, and it struck me that this was one of the first times we had ever shared in our experiences and listened to someone else's, found parallels, found similarities. So it was a really rewarding chat, which lasted about an hour and a half.
It's really actually, we go through every emotion through that chat, don't we? And this discussion that's on today from 6 till 9, they have so many amazing people contributing to it. We're going to put a link under here. The tickets are free, but they are limited. And I'm really looking forward to it because there's so much more I want to learn and know. I realise we are very new in this journey, actually, aren't we?
Yeah,
it's only 3 years ago you were diagnosed.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it was 3 years. And all of one of the kind of really important things about it is, even if you're not, diagnosed with bipolar yourself, I think what was useful for Nadia is, anyone who has a mental health illness or any kind of mental health condition, you're not the only person impacted by that. Your family is, your partners are, your children are, the whole family sort of dynamic is kind of catering for that. So I think it was really useful for you also to hear about him sharing about his wife's experiences, and also to hear actually other kind of behavioural tics or experiences that kind of ignited my own memory of certain things. And also, I think one of the other things that's really helpful about something like this is I'm forever in a process, even after 3 years, of connecting the dots in my life. So I can look back and I can look at moments of trauma, behavior, changes in my life, whether it be relationships ending, incredibly dangerous sort of hypermanic suddenly incredibly volatile behavior that left me vulnerable, addiction, all of these things. And so it's a constant process of rediscovering how far back it went and all of the different ways in which I was trying to manage the highs and the lows. So
that's why days like today are so important, at bringing awareness forward. People talking about it, because we know that it takes an age for people to get diagnosed, or people get misdiagnosed. Absolutely. And then of course the impact on that person and the people around them is huge.
So if you're someone, I was reading about this yesterday, if you're someone who feels like you've been kind of diagnosed with depression or anxiety, and you've had all sorts of different meds prescribed for you, and none of them have really touched the sides or worked, if you find yourself going through cyclical kind of highs and lows, contrary to what people think, it's not like every day and every minute. It can be 2, 3, 4 days of elation and hyper sort of activity versus then sort of 2 to 3 days, not even necessarily of complete lows, though that's where I went to, totally kind of in a hole, but also just really dark moods. Then, listening to other people's experiences, there are huge similarities and there are differences that then become similarities. So I think that's it's a really important thing to
And they've got so many contributors on this. Is it called a forum?
I think it's like an online conference, isn't it?
It's a conference. That's the right word. We finally hit upon it.
Except it's not in one of those boardrooms.
So if you have any sort of interest in any of that, or you've got any struggles, then I think it'd be really good to check in. As I say, they're free, the tickets, but they are limited. So click on the link below and join.
Just to explain, because I get a lot of questions, as does Michelle, about this, where these links are and where this information is, just beneath this film, there is a little box, which is very small because you'll just see one line of sort of text, and then there'll be a word that says more. Hit more, and you'll get a drop-down box, and then you'll see the link in there.